Justin with Landscaping Entrepreneur. Today is Friday, November 9th. I spoke with my brother yesterday and had a discussion with him, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it might be valuable. Basically, my brother and I, my brother has a painting company that actually started with him called Two Brothers Painting, and we started at the same time. We kind of separated. I went off doing the landscaping, and he still runs the painting, but we talk regularly. The difference is that our companies are relatively the same size, but my brother works like 80 hours a week, and I work like 5 hours a week. Granted, he makes more money than I do because he's selling his own time, but that was never my priority. I make some money, but it's, for the most part, it's pretty much passive income, and I have all my time to focus on other things where I could be making a secondary living or not working or whatever I want to do. But he asked me, he kind of consults with me to ask me how I did it. And, one of the biggest things is, I set the goal that I didn't want to do it anymore, and I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to get out. The other huge component was having good systems in place. I'm really good at building ways to do things so I can pass it on to someone else. It's pretty dumbed down, easy to do. With the software I use, Service Autopilot, I pretty much programmed the business to run. All the tasks that I wrote down kind of get delegated to each person automatically. So in that sense, the systems are down. The other huge thing is people. So until this year, I didn't really have a good manager that was very capable. So obviously it takes a while to find that person, and you can't really control when you find them. But I have a very good manager. I was fortunate enough to find him through active recruiting, and he saw all of our marketing, he saw our company, so it looked like a company he wanted to work with. So it's not like he just fell in our lap either. But so the competent manager, very capable, combined with setting up the systems with clear tasks for everyone, were huge contributors. Lastly, I've decided, I had a consultant in, and he made me realize that I can't be part of the company. So what I mean by that is, my brother's involved in everything. He does sales. He was venting to me how he sells the job, then the office comes in with questions about the job, the guys call him with questions about the job, and he's trapped. Me, on the other hand, I made sure that I'm not an essential part of anything, and I'm actually very hesitant in getting involved in anything because I don't want anyone to rely on me for anything. So, if I do anything, it would be some side job that I do on my own, but I'm really reluctant to get involved in anything, even if I'm capable. For example, right now they're building leaf boxes, and it's something that I'd be very valuable in helping with, but I don't want them to help with it and then them to rely on me and me to become part of the equation. So I really just stay out of the business. And when you have those responsibilities really clear and delegated to which person does it, of which you're not responsible for them, you just redirect. When a question comes to you about a job, you redirect it to the person who you've determined is responsible for that duty. And pretty much anything that I was responsible for, I continued to delegate out and train. So, for example, I would still, up until about a month ago, I was still doing the graphic design for, we have little business cards with pictures on them for each employee, like this. And you have to cut out the picture of the person in Photoshop and order the card. And it's really not that hard. But last time, that task came to me, I opted to train my office person to do that task. The last essential part, obviously, is paying people well enough and treating them well enough that they're going to stay around. Because if you don't, you either need one reliable person, ultra reliable in each position. The office lady says she's going to be there till she dies. We'll see. Or you need two of each people, which is more ideal. So, you know, growing the company to a point where you have 2 office people, two production managers, etc., you always can fall back to the second person, either that or have someone who's always in training to do that position. So those are the critical components of you know, having a company run on its own, having clear systems, having good people working for you, duplication, and you know, clear delegation of tasks. So anyway, any other questions, you know, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you. I'll also be posting more about this topic in the future. I'll catch you next time.